You need to play Shovel Knight, and I'm about to tell you why. Shovel Knight was this thing on Kickstarter a little while ago. It got a little buzz going. It had a couple delays, but it's finally out now, and I can say with some confidence that it's my favorite game in 2014 so far, and my favorite game since probably Journey. There's a lot of reasons why I think it's a really good game, but I think the main reason why I like it, and why a lot of people like it, is it gets the retro nostalgia thing just right. Music is catchy, and it matches the stages pretty well. And speaking of stages, there's a Mario 3 style world map for the whole thing, and more of it gets revealed as you beat the game, so it's a kind of fun little reveal. The boss fights are crazy memorable in a way that you can only really get with games like Mega Man and stuff like that. All the stages match the boss's theme, and the music from the stage gets remixed in a way for the actual boss fight, and it's very epic. The game is amazing, and a lot of gameplay elements get borrowed from other games, and it ends up being like kind of this brilliant bastard child of DuckTales, Mega Man, Castlevania, and a little bit of Mario 3 in there. So in the game, you're Shovel Knight, right? So you have a shovel. All of your mechanics have to do with that. You can strike with it, there's a downward thrust movement. Once you get really good at it, you feel like a badass. The sub-weapons are the same way, and there are even specific levels just for the sub-weapons to get really good at them and get more loot. Speaking of loot, that's what you get when you kill enemies and find little secrets within the game. You can go to one of the two villages and either get upgrades for your shovel, your health, your magic, more sub-weapons, or more armor. As far as story goes, it's pretty simple, but here it goes. You're headed towards this tower to find your long-lost lover, maybe, Shield Knight. That's it! I mean, everything else is kind of like Mega Man mixed with Mario 3. You go along the map and you find the bosses. Certain bosses have weaknesses to certain sub-weapons. Something that I think aids to the whole, like, retro aesthetic of the game is the soundtrack. The soundtrack is actually for free on Bandcamp right now, and I'll put a link in the description for it. The music was composed by both Jake Kaufman and a little bit by Manami Matsumi. She was the composer for a lot of Mega Man games, and it really shows with this, without ripping it off. I think that in general kind of sums it up for Shovel Knight. I mean, it goes for the retro aesthetic, it hits the mark exactly, the difficulty curve is just right, all the bosses, enemies, animations, colors, level design, techniques, sub-weapons, they're all perfect. Every element of this game is satisfying in an old and new way at the same time. It's a great experience, and it's only $15, so if you have a Wii U, a 3DS, a PC, a Mac, or a Linux machine, you can play this game. And it's brilliant, and it'll make your heart happy for playing it.